Yo, 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 what's going on? It's been a while. What's going on, Claudio? NFT launch today. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Sorry, I've been MIA. I've been working like crazy. Hope you guys have been doing well. I thought I'd jump on and do a quick going parabolic just because so much has gone on since last I talked to you guys. So let's jump right into it because I think there's a lot of interesting stuff to explore, and we'll let people jump in as we go. So first of all, it looks like the Dow is absolutely ripping. Dow Jones is up 4.79%. S&P is up 3%. NASDAQ is flat. The dollar's down. Oil was up 10% this morning. It's up 8.75%. Gold's down 4.83%. Silver's getting smashed, down 7.22%. And what it appears is there's a fair amount of sector rotation going on, in my opinion. So, again, I always look at the stock market like I was trading it, but I'm not trading it. I'm just trying to pull together all the information that I can. And it looks like oil's up, travel is up, tech is flat, gold is down, Bitcoin's down, the VIX is down. So interesting stuff happening right now. You've got this Biden claiming the presidency. You had a vaccine with a 90% efficacy claim that came out with Pfizer. So a lot of bullish COVID news. Biden's fixing everything. Trump's disappeared. He's certainly going to contest the election, and we should talk a little bit about that. Let me just write that down. What does that mean? Regardless of whether you're pro-Trump or pro-Biden, there's a play there. And then let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's rallying back at 15,288.99, 15,288.99 after dropping from 15,800 all the way down to 15,000. Man, Bitcoin's looking really, really strong. A lot of us believed that there was just nothing between 14,000 and a new all-time high. We started chopping sideways a little bit here, but it's certainly exciting and looks really, really cool. So let's jump into some news, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Parker Antoine, yo, all about security custody in 2021. I love that statement. Bobby Shell, what's up? Hugh Meyer, what up? The new going parabolic black trucker hats look really cool. I have one on its way. Eric Crindle, he said something and then retracted his message, so it must have been some real fire. Jan Morgan Orr, what's up? Always good to hear from you. Value and cyclicals are ripping. All-time high by December. Stanley Drunkenmiller just on MSN saying gold and Bitcoin. Good to have you back. When Binance, when filet of fish. I drove by a McDonald's today, and with great disdain, I just kept driving. I've been fasting all day, but I do probably owe you guys to choke down one or two filet of fish. Although, Mike, I'm not too disappointed with my call. I pretty much stuck October. And if you traded that, you can't be upset with me because you just made money. We didn't go to an all-time price, all-time high, but we certainly set new all-time highs in terms of closing. You had 7 or 8 countries that had new all-time price highs. And, I was kicking the bears in the balls with both feet, like drop kicking balls. Roger Strom, hey Popeye, what's up? Kevin Orozco, sup fam? You know what? I hit my trainer up today before we get into it, and I'm going to try a new diet for. So it looks like what I want to do is I want to grow some giant legs, and I'm tired of kind of starving myself, and I'm also pretty over the keto diet. I've been craving like fruits and all kinds of stuff. I've gone almost a year without eating apples and everything, and I'm just over it. So it looks like we're going to try some carbs and protein and higher carbs when I do some bigger lifting days. And I like to switch it up. I probably still fast. I really enjoy that. If after I eat some Domino's pizza. So all this stuff's been swirling around in my head. I can't take it anymore. So I'm tossing keto and we're gonna do some carbs and introduce Ezekiel bread, which I really enjoyed. I'd never had it up until like a year and a half ago, and I was really enjoying these different types of breads that are out there now that are, I guess that's a paleo type bread for those of you who are into that. I'm sorry to get into diet, but I tweeted this morning and I really mean it. Like, you've got to practice some serious discipline if you want to get your life right. And that discipline goes around, being healthy mentally, not thinking bad thoughts, but actually thinking positive thoughts, like having a can do, can't be attitude, getting your diet and exercise right, learning to stop doing stuff. It was like so important. It was one of the things I feel like I gave to Pomp. Pomp's so excited about everything. I am too. And we kind of take on all comers and all opportunities, but the real skill is to navigate them, not do everything that comes your way, to sit back and be joyful and happy for someone who succeeded despite you not participating. That's okay. Like, hey man, you crushed it. I'm an idiot. I just didn't have time to participate, but I wasn't rooting for your failure. Go crush it. That actually feels good. And if you get to the right mindset, you don't go, oh man, I missed an opportunity. You're just like, I can't do everything. And thank goodness that all these opportunities come my way and I can make a decision. And sometimes I can participate. Other times I just sit back and I watch and joyfully watch you succeed. Like, you show up at my house in a spaceship because that's what you always wanted. I'm gonna be clapping you on, man. Go on in your spaceship. Those are the kind of people you need to have in your life, not these idiots waiting for you to fail. Gosh, not only do I have those people around my periphery, I even had them in my family, actually actively rooting for me not to make it. It's just crazy, man. Rowing machine is your friend. I've got one upstairs, one of those, I can't remember the name, but it's got like a fan and you fill it with water and you actually row against water. I love that so much. Will I am, he loves fasting like I do. Tim Rude, are we going parabolic? We are, man. We're going parabolic. And Jan, she's about Ezekiel bread as well in the freezer section. So very cool. But yeah, I've got this new diet. Looks like Ezekiel bread, spinach, chicken breast, quinoa, veggies, Greek yogurt, which I like, banana. Thank God we're eating fruit again. Sweet potatoes. I haven't had a potato forever. And again, fruit. So 1, 2, 3, looks like 3 meals a day, which is going to be fun because I'm barely eating anything. Calories look like 160, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It looks like 2,000 calories a day, which is that's going to be a struggle. But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. We'll try to rip it for a while and see what happens. All right, so let's. So we've already talked about the Dow. I'm really interested in healthcare stuff. So please appease me while I talk to you about the Pfizer vaccine because I hadn't had a chance to really look into it. So let's pull up some information on Pfizer and vaccine. So it looks like Pfizer and BioNTech announced vaccine candidate against COVID-19 achieved success in first interim analysis from phase 3 study. All right, phase 3 study had 43,538 participants. That's a strong study with 42% having diverse backgrounds. No serious safety concerns have been observed. Safety and additional efficacy data continue to be collected. Submission for emergency use authorization. So that's going to expedite the use and safety through its milestones. Clinical trials continue through final analysis at 164 confirmed cases in order to collect further data to characterize the vaccine candidate's performance against other study endpoints. So this is Pfizer. It's New York Stock Exchange listed PFE, and BioNTech, which is on the NASDAQ, BNTX. Interesting. Today is a great day for science and humanity. The first set of results from our phase 3 COVID-19 vaccine trial provide the initial evidence of our vaccine's ability to prevent COVID-19. Very interesting. I tweeted this morning, you had Biden claim the presidency. I think it was Saturday night. go on TV and claim it. I think the CEO of Pfizer got word of the phase 3 study Sunday, and first business day after the election, you get an announcement of a COVID vaccine. Seems like a coincidence. Again, I'm just making comments. I'm not trying to say there's conspiracy theories or one, because to be totally transparent with you all, I actually think that that these political party campaigns are like a competition. Who's the best liar, deceiver, the best manipulator, the best at shenanigans. And if you lose one of these political campaigns, it's because you got out shenaniganed, out, navigated in the lying and deceit world. I mean, and it's unfortunate that that's how I feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. So look, I'm not on either side of this political campaign, because guess what I have to do regardless? Pay taxes, get up and work, keep building, avoid assholes, and try to navigate this world of complexity. Regardless of whether Biden is president or Trump is president, very little changes for me. I still have to pay enormous amounts of taxes and try to just figure it all out. They don't help me. If Biden becomes president, I don't get a windfall. Like, oh, wow, life changes. Like, if Trump's president, woo, everything is so great for me. Like, no, that's not what happens. It's just, to me, in my life. Anyway, Sushinobi just sells stuff for more Bitcoin. It looks like Bitcoin's up 15,348 right now, so it's making a move. It was a very big patient pool in that vaccination study. Click the like, follow. We got 70 people following the live stream. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking us out here at Going Parabolic. I appreciate every one of you. And I love having this opportunity to just talk and share. And please comment in the live chat. If you got a brain or a thought and a brain, let's talk about your thoughts and test your brain power. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. Biden targets coronavirus to kick off transition. I thought that was a hilarious statement that he made. His coronavirus task force will start working on solving coronavirus in January, like mid-January. So what then? I guess it's Trump's solution until then. I just think that's funny. U.S. COVID-19 cases top 10 million. That's in the U.S., so we've had unprecedented amounts of COVID right now. We were talking about that a little bit this morning. It really does have to do with the amount of reagent and point of service testing that's available. We're just testing like crazy now. Here in Wake County, you can get a COVID test for free, 7 hours, you get the results. They're literally parking lots doing 2,000 COVID tests a day running through labs. I mean, it's really impressive. It looks like, I don't know if any of you go to Chick-fil-A now. Chick-fil-A is such a busy business that you can't even use the traditional like drive-through where you talk into a mic. They have like 3 or 4 people just in rows of cars. They've given up the order at the kiosk. They're just taking your order and transacting in the parking lot. Chick-fil-A, absolutely crushing it. Looks like Ben Carson, whom I'm talking pre-political career. He was one of my idols. If you get a chance to read the book Gifted Hands by Ben Carson, he was he has an amazing backstory. This is a man who came from poverty. His mother couldn't read. He grew up in a very urban environment, against all odds, achieves the highest academic standards, becomes like the chief of staff of neurosurgery. I don't know if it was at Yale or Harvard, but one of these prestigious schools. And his specialty was separating Siamese twins. So regardless of what he is now, I think he serves in housing and urban development. Ben Carson, gifted hands, a genius, an inspiration of mine when I was younger and my pursuit of medicine. And hopefully he does well and recovers from contracting COVID, regardless of his political position. I could care less. I just want him to be healthy and okay. Trump fired Esper as defense secretary. And that was November 9th. Today, Trump's firing people. Amazing. Biden expected to review Trump's trade tariffs. So Biden's doing work. Silicon Valley gets another president skeptical of big tech. So that's interesting and something you should make note of. It appears Joe Biden's not a fan of Facebook. He's considered failures to contain the spread of misinformation. All right, so Facebook, Apple, Google, and other tech giants will be under pressure from this administration as well. I don't believe that, but let's watch it play out. It looks like airlines are ripping, oil is ripping. It looks like the cruise lines are ripping. So we're going from like a COVID at home stock play to a travel kind of real estate play. So make note of that in your investing worlds. Very interesting stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. Sailor Bitmoon. Pomp said it right. Doesn't matter who wins. You can only help yourself. Yeah, so true. Pomp's smart guy. Alec Parsons. Pfizer is one of the companies that did not take money from the government for Operation Warp Speed. Very interesting. I don't know if that's true, but very good point. Hopefully it is true. Operation Warp Speed, I think, has to do with deploying COVID vaccine and utilizing the military to do it. Tim Rude. It is interesting to me how unique each person's perspective is. Being involved in Bitcoin has raised my awareness about many other financial issues going on in the world. Tim, I hate that I'm mispronouncing your last name, R-O-O-D, Rude. I'd like to say this. You know, it's one of the things that I actually appreciate most about Bitcoin is that it's caused people to be more financially literate. It's caused me to think about things more deeply. Think about like, what is money and why is money valuable? Like what backs a dollar? And then how do decisions that governments make affect the dollar? Where's the best place to put a dollar? Is it good to hold hard assets? Is it good to use leverage? Is it good to use debt? And then different currencies. So it's a really fun thing to explore, and I'm thankful that Bitcoin and the community has kind of raised my own awareness about things, even where you live and political, the differences in political perspectives. It's a really fun thing to explore. Internet money, good to be back. It's good to be back. Kevin Duff, how does your fasting work? I usually try to stop eating by 9 p.m. and then fast till 1 or 2 o'clock the next day. And then every week or 2 weeks, I'll do a 24-hour water-only fast. And when I'm fasting from 9 p.m. until 1, 2 o'clock the next day, black coffee, water is all I'll have until I eat. Then I'll break that fast with like 6 eggs with cheese or something like that. But I'm going to try to fast still with this new diet and see if we can kind of wake my metabolism a little bit, but that'll be fun. But that's how I fast. And thanks for the question, Kevin Duff. Parker Antoine, Chick-fil-A is a religion in the South. Yeah, chicken sandwich is pretty good stuff. Antonio Gracia, I've determined that Bitcoin holders will on average own 70% of their ultimate stack, 48 months after initially falling down the rabbit hole. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there, but yeah, maybe you can clarify that. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but yeah, just follow-up question would be helpful. That would be cool. Ellen Drugalis, what is the accuracy of these tests, false positives? It depends on which test you're getting, but they can be very sensitive and very specific, depending on whether you get the PCR test, I think it is, or what have you. But they're pretty specific, so you just have to make sure you get the right test, and also you have to make sure you get the test within a certain amount of time of starting getting symptoms. Most of the time, people talk about 5 days or less. So, Crypto Beverage bought more Bitcoin every day for the last 2 weeks, doing my part to pump. Awesome, Pat. I've learned more about money through self-education of Bitcoin. That's exactly my point. Hugh Meyer, Pfizer news about not taking government money is accurate. Oh, thanks for that. And check out Hugh Meyer's um, live stream or his podcast. He's a smart guy. Smart guy. Coin collector. Nice clothes. When is your own line coming out? You like the kind of the outdoors look. You got it, my friend. Luke, Ashton, Jason, off topic, but was sat at home today wondering it. Where did you love for United come from? Any British heritage? Yeah. So my father is from Manchester, England. So I grew up watching Manchester United. Dad left when I was young, so didn't have him around, but that's where my love for Manchester United came around. And I'm a dual citizen, so I have a British passport and a U.S. passport. So unfortunately for me, I'm a Manchester United fan. And I say unfortunately because it has not been fun the last 7 or 8 years. And on top of that, I'm a Chicago Bears fan, which is like, as I tweeted this weekend, the worst kind of suck. So I get to be punished and go through the pain of being a Manchester United fan and then watch the Bears on like a 3rd and 13 throw a screen pass. It's the worst. It is the worst pain ever. And especially like they were 5-1, which was like an absolute joke. Every other team in the NFL was like 0-8 or 1-7. I didn't even know what was going on, but things are starting to actually play out like they're supposed to. The Bears are suck. Hamburger TV, what are your thoughts on current ETH trend? I mine Ethereum, so I do follow it. ETH is at like 450, 444, something like that. But I sell it immediately to Bitcoin. So just so we're clear, I'm not really into altcoins. I'm not into ETH. I speculate. I do mine Ethereum because I have a huge GPU mine, but I don't hold Ethereum. Yeah, Luke, I don't know if you're a Manchester United fan as well, but that's my connection. Sushinobi ETH to buy NFTs. Yeah, you have to have ETH to transact some places in our world. So I do have some Ethereum in different wallets and stuff, but again, nowhere near what I have in Bitcoin. The other thing that I've been sitting on my last tranche of real GUSD, and I'm looking for an entry. I want to help pump Bitcoin. I missed that little dip. I don't think Bitcoin's going to pull back. Historically during these parabolic runs, we had 30, 45% drawdowns, and then it would keep going up. I'm really concerned personally that it's not going to do that. We're at 15,373, and I've been getting itchy. I've been sitting on, what would it be? 7 figures, a 7-figure Bitcoin purchase. So what am I thinking? At these prices, buying 60, 70, 65 Bitcoin. I'm looking to make that kind of a buy, but I'd love for a little pullback into, if we can get down, I don't know, if we could break down a little bit, I'd love to jump in. But I don't know if any of you are waiting as well, but that would be good. But again, how I'm using this, I use BlockFi. I get paid that 8.6 APY while I'm waiting, and it's a good mechanism. One other thing before I close, there's Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe, your silver getting absolutely smashed. Gold smashed. Bitcoin. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why are you messing with those space metals, those soft metals? You don't need that space stuff. It's Bitcoin. But here we go. One thing I want to tell you guys about that I was testing today. So BlockFi has the ability to take a loan where you can borrow against your crypto. It looks like I did a Bitcoin loan, a small one, $46,000. I just wanted to see how it worked, and they'll do a 50% LTV. So at that time, $46,000 was like 7 Bitcoin. That was the collateral. So it was collateralized with 7 Bitcoin, and I got 46,000 GUSD. I did that at about 12 o'clock today. They swept my account immediately, and now they haven't funded my GUSD. It says that it'll fund the GUSD at 5 p.m. It looks like it's an interest-only loan at 9.75%, and that monthly payment's going to be right around $400 or something like that. So you understand how to use these kind of mechanisms. It's interesting to me that you actually can get you can actually extract some of the liquidity out of these assets. You can borrow against them. It was super easy. I didn't have to talk to anyone. It was all done online. And what else was interesting about the transaction? No, I think that was it. They have a nice dashboard that talks about it shows whether you're in a safe area or you could be facing liquidation. So again, I don't really like to. I don't like to borrow money, and I don't. But it's interesting to me that these mechanisms exist to get access to capital pretty quickly without selling your Bitcoin. So as I understand it, if I pay off the loan, I get my 7 Bitcoin back, and all is good in the world, right? Without having to sell them. So that's pretty cool. And I use BlockFi, love it, great app. Kreener hacks CEO. All right, so listen, it's good to be back. You guys are awesome. Click the like if you can. Let's get over 30 likes for this video. And I think we get the all-time high by the end of this month. So I absolutely think that we blow through. It just seems like we're right there. We blow through 20,000 by December 31st. I actually posted something on Twitter today that showed how we can get there by December 15th. We can get to the new all-time high by December 15th. So don't sleep on it. Make sure your bags are packed. I'm trying to make a move before then. I'm hopeful that that there's some shorting or some news, or Biden does something crazy and we get a little bit of a dip before we go parabolic. But this is exciting. Let's buy some Bitcoin. Pump Vember. And I don't know if you all are participating in No Shave November, but I'm not shaving until the end of the month. Let's get money. Oh, I don't know if you guys live in parts of the world where the seasons change, but take a moment to check out kind of the seasonal change right now in the leaves. I was driving this morning and I slowed down enough to see how beautiful the leaves were, and it reminded me to kind of slow down a little bit. Life is short, and make sure you're spending time with people you love and checking out all this world has to offer. So peace out. Let's wrap it up. See you guys soon. Get money, get paid. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.